Hi guys! So today we are officially doing van life for 30 days. So we just wanted to tell you guys what that's been like past 30 days and just some of the pros and cons, I guess, and just some of the interesting experiences.
Yeah, and kind of what we learned these last month. So finding campsites and finding different places to do, camp out in BLM or National Forest land, it's pretty easy. It's easier than you think it is. So what we do is we just go online and find, there's a couple of sites, Campendium, free campsites. There's a couple more that I can't think of the top of my head. But yeah, they'll show you stuff. You just go out there and they're pretty easy to find. Just follow the signs. There's signs that'll tell you like limited to 14 days, and there's a bunch of different, they're always different, so.
And it is interesting, like once you're out and you're doing it, the things you'll discover. So we were just driving to, like a little local river recently, creek, to go swimming, and realized that there was also some 14-day land near that. So, and that hadn't been online or on the map or anything. And also people do tell you, like when you're camping, there are other people camping around you, and so they will tell you of other places.
Yeah.
So it's really helpful, just being out there and doing it is probably the best way to learn it, but you do have to go online at first, at least. And, in new areas, it's always good to have a resource. Those are good resources, the online ones.
Yeah. Our very first day we parked, we kind of parked like in this little hidden area because we had nerves and we didn't know where to go, how close to be to people, and it was kind of a bit of an experience. We parked in this little hidden cove, and it was right next to a dirt path where cars and ATVs were going all night long. It's kicking up so much dust. Definitely, if you are going to find a parking spot, do it earlier in the day because it's kind of quite impossible to do it at nighttime unless you like the dark.
And then the weekends are really busy.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to find anything hardly if you come and try to find it on a Friday. You're going to need to come during the week, probably.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the neighbors. So when you park next to people, I mean, obviously you can park as close as you want to people. People are parked like right next to us, like big, ginormous diesel pushers to vans, to even like a little tiny car. I would think that should give people room, space.
Yeah. If there's enough space out there, definitely give other people some space, but I guess some people just feel more comfortable. I'm not quite sure, but they'll park like literally like right next to you. So that can be like a little bit annoying. The positive part is, we're able to just move if we want to, unless it's like already busy weekend time, and then we just kind of stuck there. So there was someone with a big, gigantic, like huge
Class
A with a diesel generator, and it was like they were running it for hours, and it was coming. They were right next to us, so it was coming like right into our windows of the van. You kind of have to have a window crack because it's a little warm, in Arizona. So that was sort of frustrating. We almost went over there and just asked them to turn it off, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So we just moved.
Yeah.
It just made it easier. We realized it was like another open space, and so we just moved to that open space because it just makes it easier. And you got like great neighbors too. There's people who are fun and interesting and fun to talk to, and it's like a camp out. And people are making a fire and cooking out and inviting you and
to eat with them.
Potluck style and stuff like that. That's fun.
Yeah, those are fun.
Some of the neighbors, you're out here with a cast of variety of characters. There's so many different types of people out camping or, just for the weekend, or people who are living in that life. And, so you are going to like deal with people. You may think you're going to just escape all of humankind by living in your vehicle, but that's not really what's going on.
I know. Yeah, actually,
There's people everywhere.
we haven't been isolated at all.
I mean, and we probably could isolate ourselves a little bit more if we drove further out, but it's like, even though it does seem like no matter how far out we're going, there's still plenty of people, so yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's all beautiful.
It's so
Everywhere we've been,
beautiful.
it's been beautiful.
Yeah.
And the neighbors have been, more than anything, they've been nice and
Yeah.
cool. And it's awesome. And they're really helpful, and they're really friendly, and they're really there to help talk with you. And they, it's very cool. It's a really awesome experience.
Yeah. People are really helpful and nice. For the most part, that's what you're getting. You're getting positive experience with other people.
Yeah, one of the neighbors gave me a bicycle. He went and bought himself a really good one too. He went and bought himself a new bike and said, "I'm about to take this down to Goodwill. If you want it, yeah." So I mean, it's pretty cool. They're cool.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about bathrooms, the use of a bathroom, hygiene, how we're showering, how we're using the bathroom, living in the van. I mean, you guys probably, if you saw our other video, you saw our little pop-up privacy tent that we use with our bucket and all that stuff, but just the actual adjustment of using that daily, and the adjustment of like, how we're washing our hands and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, Cliff, you want to go first? How are you feeling about the bucket with the look of
I mean,
you?
I'm kind of cool with the bucket now. I just feel like it's like more private than a public bathroom, and I mean, I can use wipes. And I don't know, once you use wipes, man, it's like you can't go back to regular toilet paper. But it's easy, we just throw a bag over it, use the bathroom. It's just easy. We take it, put it in a different bag, and then we just take it out. Anywhere where there's a garbage dumpster or whatever is where we dispose of it. We got cat poop in there, we got dog poop in there. It's just everyone's poop. Just disposed.
Yeah, and we do that every time we leave camp. We leave camp pretty often.
Yeah.
And I feel like we found these like scented trash bags. So I think that's like been kind of useful and helpful. And they're like kind of scented in a way that I think bugs don't necessarily like them that much. So it's not been attracting that many bugs on the bags themselves. Like the inside of the pop-up tent gets like some, I mean, we're out in the wilderness. There's like some bugs flying around in there, but they don't seem to really be attracted to the scented trash bags. So that's good. And the scented trash bag helps, make the space less smelly. And, I think like it's more hygienic even than some public bathrooms to use our pop-up tent, because our toilet seat is brand new. Like no one's ever used that, and unless you build your own house or you build your own space or whatever, you're using a toilet seat that other people have used when you rent an apartment or whatever. And so this is like our very own toilet seat, and it's cleaner because we're the ones keeping it clean. So
some of these public bathrooms don't even have a toilet seat. You're like right on the stainless steel thing. Ew.
So, I mean, that's, you gotta clean up after yourself in there, but you also get to have a clean space, so it works out good.
Yeah.
So that's the bathroom tent.
And we wash our hands with we got like this little system. It's got Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap in it. And then we
It's
have
a
a
spray
little
bottle.
pump sprayer washer thing, and then we have hand sanitizer. So I mean, our hands are clean. So.
Yeah. So we hit our hands with the sprayer, and then we hit it with the pump sprayer. So you're not wasting a lot of water, but you're getting your hands clean enough.
Yeah.
So it's sanitary. So yeah, that's been really helpful. It's super useful. You can use that for various parts of your body if you are in between a shower. But the shower situation, we joined Planet Fitness.
Yeah. So it's $20 a month. And it's just awesome because, I mean, we do the gym. I mean, we're at the gym more. I mean, we're there taking a shower. We're there Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we're actually at the gym Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we actually been going to the gym more often, and it's been awesome. It's been really great to have that.
Yeah. We've been working out, which is great.
That's an adjustment too, because I miss taking a shower.
Daily.
Yeah. So, but every other day is fine. I mean, I'm glad with that. There's sponge bathing in between, you know, if necessary. Even wipes, you know, will get you clean if you have to. We've done wipes before when we were doing weekends. Doing art shows on the weekends, we would use wipes. So that's nothing new to us.
Yeah, and I just find that you appreciate the shower much more.
Yeah.
You're like in the shower, like, this is like the best thing ever. And even when you actually get to wash your hands, kind of in a bathroom, like if you're in the bathroom with the pump soap, and it becomes like a spa, like a hand washing spa. You're like, yes, I can get under my nails and just all in there, and it's clean now, you know.
I wash my hands extra now.
Extra, and it feels, you feel grateful.
Most definitely.
Like, yeah, my hands are clean. Okay.
All right. One of the big pain in the butts is the refrigeration. So we have a cooler, and it's just horrible. It goes through ice probably in 1 day. But we try to make it last and do it 2 days. So like 1 day is actually cold water, and it's just. I mean, we use Ziploc freezer bags, like the good ones, the ones with the little zip lock one, and water is still getting in there. So we're doubling. We just now learned to double Ziploc them up. Because I mean, we've lost so many things in that
It's mostly cheese.
cooler. Cheese,
Mostly cheese.
bread. We eat
Cheese and bread gets ruined.
sprouted bread,
Yeah.
Ezekiel bread. So you have to refrigerate it, and we're not going to use that no more. We're just going to have to go back to just basic bread. Go with that because it's just getting beat up in that thing.
Yeah, it's a waste of money.
The goal is to get
Fancy
a
food.
12-volt refrigerator, so they're pretty pricey. So we're just
It's
gonna.
not the best cooler. I mean, we did get the cooler at a thrift store. It's not like we bought like a nice cooler and then now we're complaining about our nice cooler. It's like it was a crappy one to begin with, and so we didn't invest a lot of money in it. And you know, the expectation was low that it was going to be great, but
Yeah.
now it's like to the point where we're just like, okay, we really need to upgrade that situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't feel comfortable dropping like $100 to $500 on a cooler. But I'd rather just get a 12-volt refrigerator in the future. So that's definitely gonna be in the list. And I would wrap more foam insulation around the cooler, but it kind of fits snug in between our seats right now. And to put more insulation around that is just gonna make it a little more hard to access.
And we do cook a lot. I mean, we sometimes we cook 3 meals a day, 2 meals a day, you know. But we try to just buy for the day, you know. Like we'll go to the store, you know. We're not really out there boondocking for like a week straight. We do come into town and we'll buy our food and we'll go back to our campsite and you know, and we cook and stuff like that. So it's easier that way. But like I can imagine like if we're out somewhere and we're like out there for a long period of time. We wouldn't be able to bring anything perishable because the cooler just wouldn't keep it for longer than 2 days. I mean, it's keeping it maybe like a day, and then you're like iffy about it. The ice is, you know, pretty much gone almost, and then like stuff is like, it's meat. I don't know if I should eat it, but we do. But I'm just saying, you know,
if you're gonna be boondocking there for days,
you're gonna
definitely
need something
upgrade
better.
to a really good cooler.
Yeah, I could see spending the money on a really nice cooler if you don't have the solar power. Then in that situation.
Let's talk about some pets.
Yeah.
Or adjustments with the pets.
And the pet's adjusting too.
Yeah.
The cat seems to really love van life. She is a huge fan. She gets to be in the window. She's like running around in the van, and we let her out sometimes. You know, if it's like not a lot of big dogs around, and we can keep an eye on her. She doesn't go far. She'll come right back to the van. You know, if she gets spooked, it's good to see her be aware that, you know, maybe it's not entirely safe outside all the time. So that's been easy. The cat's been fairly easy other than the whining in transit. She doesn't like the driving part. She does a lot of meowing, but she's very vocal anyway. She's one of those talky cats that's always talking, but she does extra talking when we're on the road, like extra meowing, which I feel bad because it seems like she's a little stressed out about that, but she'll adjust. I think it's slowly getting less whining.
She used to throw up, but there's no more. She's not throwing up anymore. I haven't seen any throw up.
The dog is happy to be with us, but I don't think that she is in love with the whole thing yet.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's an older dog. She's 9 years old. She's a Shih Tzu, so her breed is, to be with her people. She's not like an outdoorsy dog that wants to run around and chase rabbits, and she wants to be with us, and when she can't be with us, then she gets stressed out, but she's always done that. And we try to take her with us pretty much everywhere we go, unless we're out working like we are right now, because it's a little harder to, she doesn't like other dogs, so she does like a lot of barking at other dogs.
Yeah.
Her hair, of course, that's been like a challenge, because out in the desert we kind of let her, like walk around with us and stuff. Anytime we're walking her, she picks up any of the little prickly, pokey, and there's a ton of it.
Yeah.
There's like,
Goat
I don't
hairs.
even know how many different little specimens of desert
She picks
stuff.
it all up.
But it's all over her, She's basically covered in different little pokey things every time we take her for a walk, so we have to sit and pull them all off of her before we put her in the van. And it's hard to get all of them, so some does end up in our bed when she's on our bed, and we end up stepping on them, we end up rolling on them. So yeah, that's been kind of a challenge.
Yeah.
The dog situation with all the fur.
Dog is high maintenance.
She's a high maintenance dog.
Cat's cool though. With the cat, we have a backpack
Yeah.
for the cat, so we take her on hikes. We have a harness and leash, and we take her on that little walks with that too. Dog too. The dog comes everywhere. She's mostly off leash at the campsite. She does love it out there.
Yeah.
Seems like she's happy,
Yeah.
loving it.
Yeah.
We feed her more human food, just because we just can't finish all of it. We don't have no way of storing it. So
Yeah, she's getting those scraps.
she gets all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, I think that, she's the dog, it's a little tough with her hair. I think that's probably the main challenge.
Yeah, it
with
definitely
the
needs
dog,
to
is the
be
hair.
groomed down really short. So the next time you see her, it might be totally
It's gonna be
shaved.
totally shaved. Yeah. And right now, it's not been so hot that we can't leave them in the vehicle when we're working.
Yeah.
So we do leave them in the van, but we have that vent open and running and sucking out any hot air. And then we have fans going in all the windows. So it's blowing and it's shaded, and we try to find the most shaded
Yeah,
parking
there's
spot.
a couple of spots with shades in it under trees, and they're pretty much all dayers, so it's pretty cool.
And we check on them often.
We have reflectix all over the windows.
And, it's not been that hot. So right now, I'm just going to spin you guys around. We're just like sitting out here, busking caricatures in Sedona. And they're parked probably about 3-4 blocks from us. And so we go check on them often, but it's really not that hot. It's probably 80 right now. And in
Not
the
now,
shade,
but
it's
the
not-
high is about to 80 today.
Yeah, so, I definitely feel like when you have them, you have to check often and make sure that they're not too hot and make any adjustments. Like, we could just bring them out here with us if we felt like it was too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's making money on the road. So I feel like that's like a big deal for a lot of people living out here.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to free up your financial situation in order to travel. And so we've kind of like struck this good balance right now. And so, we're just going to ride that balance.
Yeah.
And that was kind of one of the catalysts to doing van life in the first place, is the fact that we traveled so much already, and camped out so much already to do what we do, which is we're both artists. We paint original paintings, and we do murals, and we also do caricatures, which is our primary source of income. So caricature art is kind of the main reason why we set out to do a lot of this in the first place.
Yeah. It's quite versatile. Fits anywhere.
Yeah. So we usually book in advance fairs around and festivals. I don't know if you guys have seen any of our other videos at different festivals, food festivals and stuff like that, but so we do that. We book those events in advance and we pay for our booth space, but sometimes we also like to just busk, because it doesn't cost us a lot, and we're able to kind of be out where the people are, and in incredible places like Sedona. It's such a beautiful place. And just when we were in Tombstone, and we did it in Tombstone, and a little bit in Tucson, so
A little bit in Washington.
yeah, so it gives us versatility and travel, to earn the money and then get on the road, and then earn more money and get on the road, so You want to talk more about that?
Yeah, so right now we have an entry because someone was actually interested.
Yeah, so we had to stop.
And now we had a brain fart because we don't remember what the hell we were talking about.
We were definitely talking about how we make money out here,
Oh, yeah.
but we're not sure how much we covered of it. Yeah, busking is just a simple setup and puts us right in the midst
Yeah.
of the traffic, which is really necessary.
Yeah, it's gonna, and there's a lot of places where you can, that's all you can do. You can't rent a booth space there, you can't, so it's good to have that option.
Yeah,
Plus, it's, it's one of your First Amendment rights.
yeah, you have the right.
Right.
Don't let them tell you you don't.
That's right, and we've been harassed lots of times, actually quite a few times.
You know,
Almost every time.
There's some limitations created by different cities. Every city has different ordinances based on
So look those
busking.
up.
So definitely look those up. Don't go into it uneducated about what your rights are and what the city expects. But ultimately, you have a right regardless because the city ordinances apply, but your amendment rights really apply. Don't forget that.
As far as fairs concerned, we booked a bunch of fairs and festivals to where these cities that we're going to be traveling and camping at next. So we kind of have like a little route that we're doing. It's mostly chasing the good weather.
Yeah.
Chasing, we don't like to be hot. We don't like to be cold.
We don't want the pets to be hot.
Yeah, so we just book a lot of events in advance. And
Yeah.
so now we have a little schedule that we're going to follow.
Next stop, Tahoe.
Yeah, we will be in Tahoe in June.
Yeah.
But we're going to stop at various places, before we get up there. And there's a lot of good stuff in Reno and Tahoe. And I've never seen Tahoe, and I want to see Tahoe. We love mountain towns. So,
Yeah.
mountain towns and the ocean.
So that's how we make money.
Yeah.